y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with Lucretia. Hi, I'm glad you're here. Welcome back. In case you're lost, this is Crafting with Lucretia. It's my channel. And pull up a chair. This is going to be a Wip N chat. I'm going to chat a little bit about what's been going on here, there, the happy moments, the bad moments, the, so-so moments and whatnot. Some good moments, some bad moments, some in-between moments, some things I've done, yada yada. You get the Wip N chat idea. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Watch out, Mojo. Mojo's right underneath me, so I gotta... There we go. Now you can see more what I'm working on. A little bit, anyway. I am working on Country Blessings. Speaking of what I'm working on Country Blessings. It's by Chuck Pinson. As most of you that follow me know, I was working on Coop Sweet Coop. Yeah. I've misplaced that one at the moment between all the moving and organizing and whatnot. It's MIA at the moment. I've still got a whole stack of stuff to go through. I'm hoping it's in the stack behind me. I've got to get another shelving unit to organize that. So that hopefully will be later this week. Hopefully I'm able to do that. We'll see. But yeah, that's that part of it. So for now, until Be Frosty, and technically I could start Be Frosty, but I wanted to try to finish... I need another finish under my belt, y'all, so I'm trying to finish this one. And I don't know if I'll do my Be Frosty one or not. The one that I have, I have it, it's for Frost, so I might as well do it, but starting another great big kit, y'all. I don't finish all these, and I really want to finish, so, we'll see. But I gotta look for 8s. Hang on. I got the 8s on that side done. I got some 8s on this side to do. Okay. So, I've got my notes. I tried doing this earlier, but I got kind of rambling, and so I decided to put notes down. So, I got me some notes, okay? So, the first topic is going to be craft fairs. Now, that's a fun topic. That could take up the whole time right there. So, go grab you something to drink and come back. And I'll sit here and talk to you about what I've been doing in the way of craft fairs. No, I have not been selling stuff in the craft fairs. I've been going to the craft fairs because, I can. I like to get out of the house. It's fall, and yeah, there was this great big one in my home area of it's called War Eagle, but it's like in Rogers, Arkansas. So I went to it. And this was like last week, so I'm like a week ahead of y'all. But so anyway, last week was a rough week. Had my good moments and my bad moments, and some downright sad moments. And so, trying to take care of my mental health, I decided to traipse off to Arkansas to this one craft fair that I've loved going to ever since I was a kid. I went there with Mom and Dad, and I just haven't been back in a couple of years. And so I wanted to go to it. And so I did. And I enjoyed it. I had fun. I was tired. It was just me and Mojo. But man, it was tiring, but it was fun. I got to meet some new people. And that was kind of interesting. I'll get to that story in a moment. But so you guys know I'm on disability, right? That means I have a handicap placard. So when I got to the deal where it was a long wait to get to this parking. I pointed to my handicap deal in my window, and they stopped me and they told me where the handicap parking was, which is good because it was really super close. And that's the good thing about having handicap parking. It's close. Yay. Good parking spots, usually. But, so anyway, I got me a good parking spot. Didn't have to walk. It was like right across the road from the main gate to the craft fair, right? So, and as you go in, there's like a whole big area with food vendors, and picnic tables out there, okay? And behind each building, they had the same kind of setup. They had like a little curve of, 5 or 6, 7, I didn't count them, but there was like a bunch of food vendors in the back of each building. And there was a, handful of tables, no more than a handful, it was like 20, 30 tables, because there was a lot of people. And so there was like at 20, some tables at each spot. And so there was plenty of room. I took my little cart with me. I didn't know if there was going to be seating or not, so I needed to be able to sit down. It's one of those walkers that has that you can stop it and turn around and sit down on it. It has the seat, emergency chair type thing. And so I took that with me and went slow, and Mojo did really, really good, y'all. His first excursion as a service dog, so yay, Mojo. He did wonderful. And so yeah, we went slowly, and I went through. There was 4 buildings on that side, and there was like plenty of tents and whatnot. I didn't get to the other side. I was just 4 buildings was enough. Trust me, when you're not used to walking, and then you have to walk, and you get tired easily. 4 buildings was more than enough craft fair. Okay, these people had T-shirts, they had stained glass, they had paintings, they had pictures, they had candles, they had leatherworks, they had, you name it, it was there. And if it wasn't there, it was thought of. And if you couldn't imagine it, it was probably there too. Just saying, there was some unique stuff, and everything has to be handmade. And of course, there's lots of artists in Arkansas, y'all. Not just artists like artwork artists. There's, like wood carving, leather works. I need to find that one from Bentonville, because that was he had a really nice belt I wanted. And a wallet, a little rose wallet. Oh man, it looked cool. But there was all sorts of stuff there, and it was still crowded, but it was Thursday, so it wasn't going to be nearly as crowded as it was going to be like Friday and Saturday. So I went and enjoyed the craft fair. Mojo and me got a root. Well, he didn't get a root beer. I got a root beer. He got water, and I shared a corn dog with him. He loved that, didn't you, boy? Yeah, he's right under my table. So, if you hear dog noises, overlook it, because it's just my puppy. It's just the Mojo pup. And so yeah, I went through that. Went through another arts and crafts thing here closer to me in Missouri, and that was fun. I got looking at pumpkins and all the other arts and crafts, and it's just fun getting out and being able to try to get out and go slow and try to enjoy looking at fun stuff, because that's, I love that kind of stuff. May not be able to do it too long, but I do like that kind of stuff. But yeah, speaking of the craft fair, the 2 artists I wanted to talk to you about. Of course, you know that I've followed. I'm not followed. That sounds kind of stalky, but I've been a fan of Richard Lorentz's artwork, and we all know him with the Whimsical Birds. I've been following him for like the last 6 months or so, thereabouts. And I went to Bentonville this year, back in June-ish, and actually got to meet him. Was not planning on meeting him. Did not know he was going to be there. I was there looking for blueberries, y'all. And so anyway, I ran across him at the War Eagle. Did not know he was going to be there. And so chit-chatted with him and his wife for a little bit. Asked him what he was going to do new, and I was like, hey, I'm fixing to do one of your paintings. Can I catch up with you in Bentonville and have you autograph it? I was like, I think it'd be kind of cool to have, the artist that is responsible for the paper, for the painting, to sign it down here at the bottom, where the white spot is. I think that'd be kind of cool. And so he actually agreed to it. So I've got to do one of his pictures, and Lorenz-a-thon is coming up in January, so I'm going to be doing that and getting up ready and signed up. Come berry season, I'll go find him again and get him to sign it. And we'll go from there, catch up to see what he's doing and whatnot. He's really cool. whenever I first met him back in June, I was really I was like, oh my gosh, that's, because I saw the birds and I was like, oh my gosh. I recognized the birds because I had a couple in my diamond stash, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that really the real artist? And he introduced himself, and he's like, hey, you're a fan of my artwork? I'm like, yes, sir. Kind of. I haven't been following you too long, but I do know of your artwork, and I love it, and it's cute. And it's now easier to talk to him, but, it was still, I didn't expect to see him at War Eagle. I didn't think he still went to the big craft fairs like that, but, it's right there in the backyard, so I might as well. And, so then I got through talking with Lorenz and his wife, and got my new picture somewhere. I'm not sure where I put it, but I have a new print of that pumpkin that he just finished. I don't remember the name of the bird, but it's the fall one with the pumpkin, the bird standing on the pumpkin. I have a small 8 by something print of it, and I thought that was really cool, and he signed it. So yeah. It's always fun meeting him and talking to him. But also who I got to meet, as if he's not good enough, okay? And he's wonderful to chit-chat with. And remember, there's 4 buildings, okay? So I was in building 4, and then I went on to building 3. And so I was walking through the crafts and looking at the stuff, and there's some stained glass, and there's some, pot holders, and this, that, and the other, and there's some dog stuff, and then there's some more pictures coming up, and I just thought, okay, well, maybe I'll stop and look at the pictures, maybe I'll, well, you never know, and I didn't know who I was fixing to meet. I wish I'd have known. Oh, let me tell you, I was going by, and there was this lady out there promoting her book. She just written. She's got a new book out about her artwork and life and yada yada, right? I'm like, alright, cool, an author, I looked at the book briefly, and she's like, yeah, it's about my artwork. I'm like, oh, cool, I like art. I was like, I do diamond art, and I was like, do you know what diamond painting is? She's like, yeah, some of my pictures have been released as diamond art. She's like, I'm licensed with a company called Diamond Art Club, and I'm like, ooh, I do diamond art clubs a lot. Like, they're like my main thing. That's like the main company I use, which is true. To buy from, I was like, okay, what kind of art? She's like, oh, it's kind of whimsical, kind of fantasy, kind of, a little bit of this and that. And I hadn't bothered to look up. I was looking at her and the book. And the book had a really cute cover. I should have bought the book. But, and then I was like, okay, well, so, I was like, so what's your name? She's like, if you have any questions, my name's Cheryl, and, about the book, about my art. And I was like, all right, well, I haven't looked at your art yet. What kind of art? And I looked up. Right above her is Pumpkin Herder. Yes. Now, did you hear the clues that I gave you? Okay, so I told you that right above her head was the painting called Pumpkin Herder that DAC has. Diamond Art Club has it. It's a diamond painting. Okay. And then there was the 2 owls that I like. That was also, I recognized them as Diamond Art Clubs. And I realized, almost panicking, that I was face to face with Cheryl Baker. Yes. And I actually asked her, I was like, ma'am, what's your name besides Cheryl? I was like, what's your last name? I think I've heard of you because I recognize those 2 owls. And if you tell me your last name is Baker, I'm about to have a heart attack. She's like, I'll get you a chair because my last name was Baker. And I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, it's Cheryl Baker. Last time I checked, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh my goodness. So I kind of fangirled over a little bit, and we talked about diamond art, and I was like, thank you for your artwork. And, I always try to thank the artists for their artwork, and, because, I don't know. It was just really cool to meet her. All I can say, it was really cool to meet her. And so then I walked, I didn't get anything from her. I was out of funds by that time. And I really wanted one of the owls. I'm like, oh man. Didn't have enough cash, but that's okay. Gave myself a little budget for the craft fair, and it quickly got blown between the corn dog and the root beer and this, that, and the other. But I had fun, okay? Me and Mojo had fun. We really did. And I think that was plus and not a hook. Is that a plus or not a... No, that's the fish hook, okay. Sorry, I was thinking... Couldn't quite see the symbol. So yeah, that's how I met Cheryl Baker. That's really cool. You never know who you're going to meet at a craft fair. I tell you, if I ever meet Spangler... And he's up here in Kansas City, and I'm in Missouri. It's like about a 3-hour trip. I could go meet him. He does this Renaissance fair every year. Yeah, that's going to be on my bucket list next. Guarantee. But if I ever meet Pinson or Hunter, I'm going to be toast. It's like, yeah, we're just going to go home with you. I've seen what they two look like, and they're cute. But no, I'm really not. Okay, I might think about it. But I think they're both married. But anyway, so yeah, that was the fun. And then also while I was in town, I went up to see the wild elk. Arkansas has a wild herd of elk up in Ponca, Jasper County, and they're free ranging, so you never know where they're gonna. They have different view spots, and so Mojo and I were driving around looking at different stops, different places where they feed them, and they take care of them, and they tend to walk through. And I saw them one time. They were pretty far away. I didn't get a lot of good pictures of them, but I did get snap a couple with my phone, and it was just so cool to see them in the wild. It just really is something magical to see. And it was a big old herd. It was a big male and his girls and a couple baby ones and immature ones, and it was just really, really cool to see. And then I went up to the visitor center because I needed to go to the bathroom. And of course I still have Mojo with me. He was with me the whole time. And so yeah, he enjoyed. We went into the visitor center and looked at the display, and I used the restroom, and up along the walk to the building. It's been a while since I've been there, but they now have, and it may have been there last time I was there. I don't know. I don't remember, but they now have all the plants identified with their name, and so you could tell what they look like. I thought that was kind of neat. It was just really, really neat, really tiring, but really recharging for my mental health. And after this last week or two, it was really highly needed. And now I'm back home, and things are calming down, and I've just kind of got to reorganize things a little bit and get back to working on my channel and back to life, back to reality. Right? So, yeah. That's that, and I've been enjoying the craft fairs. I've been able to get out a little bit despite my social anxiety. It was challenging, but I did it. Now, let's see. Let me refer back to my list. Hang on a second. Let's see. Talk to you about that. Talk to you about the corn dog in the handicap parking, meeting the artist, seeing the elk, visitor. Puppy setting. Yes. So, my friends that live in a city or two over. Let me grab some tea. You guys go grab some tea yourselves. So, I've been puppy sitting with my friends, or for my friends rather. They're the ones that have a pizzeria, and they go out of town a lot for business and travel and this, that, and the other. And the wife has been having some medical issues. Now, I'm not going to go into her medical issues, just that she's been having medical issues. So she has been, you know, they've been traveling a little bit to take care of some stuff. You know how doctors are. They do 20 million kind of tests on you to try to figure out what's wrong with you, and then it takes forever to get results back. You know, you're anxiously awaiting and doing these tests, and then it may take 3 weeks to get the results back, and in the meantime, you're sitting there at the house and cringing every time the phone rings. You know, they don't get in any hurry. But, yeah, so she's been doing some of that, and so I have been popping over and helping. They've been helping me, I've been helping them. You know, it's just, it's good when friends get along to that, you know, you can invite them into your home, and they can come take care of your critters while you have to go on a medical thing or go out of town. Or they've also had a funeral here not that long ago, so they had to go take care of that. And yeah, it's been interesting. And they went out of state and out of area for the funeral, and they brought me back a cute coffee cup. So I appreciate that. Coffee cups way to my heart, and they're pretty ones. She sent me pictures of the funeral, or the funeral procession or whatnot. Um, One of their relatives got cremated. Okay, and I guess they wanted their ashes spread on the lake, ocean, something. I guess it was ocean, because she got pictures of the dolphins joining them for the funeral. And it was so cool to see wild dolphins. I'm like, oh man, that would have been wild. And so, you know, she sent me pictures of the beach and the hotel room, and of the dolphins and the area, and the you know, this, that, and the other. And it was just like, oh, you had me at pictures, and then you bring me back a lovely coffee cup with dolphins and bubbles on it. A little cute little, it has a cute little spoon on it. It's really cute. But, you know, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I love their little dogs. I love their little dogs. Really, truly do. But that's pretty much what's going on in my life. Let's see, that's about the puppy sitting. Oh yes, and while my friends were, she was on her way back, and this is when they went out of town. They were coming back. They had landed from their at the airport type thing, and they were still about an hour or so back from their house. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know. And they keep me up on date on their progress or whatnot. And they're like, oh yeah, we just landed. And they're like, hey, Instacart is gonna pop over there and do a drop off. And I'm like, okay. Now, I'm not used to all this technology. I was like, what's an Instacart? And so she told me it was grocery delivery. I'm like, girl, I haven't eaten that much. And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. You know, just, you know, they'll drop it off at the door, and you just, you know, pick it up off the porch and put it up. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. So I did that. I was like, I gotta see this, because we live out in the middle of nowhere, okay? It's rural Missouri. I mean, our nearest neighbors are cows. Literally, it's a farming community, okay? Come on. And so I'm like, you get grocery delivery out here? You gotta be kidding. I gotta see this wizardry. I'd never heard of Instacart before. And so now, and this has been about 2 or 3 weeks later, fast forward 2 or 3 weeks, and now here I am having a busy day trying to work on my channel. Not really. I went grocery shopping the other day for most of my stuff. But of course, with my memory, there's always something I tend to forget. And there was like 3 or 4 things I forgot. So I thought, well, I'll try out this Instacart and see if anyone delivers where I'm at. Because I live in a different city other than my friends, okay? And sure enough, there's 2 places that deliver. So right now I've got about an Instacart on the way. And, yeah, so that's adventuring. I'm trying that for the first time. That's going to come in handy. You know. See what all that. Oh, that's just the chat. Okay. Chat. I thought I heard my phone ding with information, but it's nothing. But yeah, so that could come in handy if you're not having the best of days. See if you can Instacart, and you need groceries. Try Instacart. I don't know. I'll let you know how it works. I'll keep you updated. I'm kind of looking forward to trying it. So, oh goodness, they give you a time frame of when they're going to be there, and I didn't even look at the clock. Didn't even look at the clock. What is it? 1:55. They still got an hour to get here, so it's fine. And it's not like it's refrigerated milk. It's like flour and some Ziploc bags and me some soda to drink. Y'all, speaking of soda. Okay, now I need to get a water filtration for my house. Now, in my little neck of the woods, I pay my city for water, like most people do. They pay city for water, and I'm on city water, right? Well, if we're paying all this money for city water, shouldn't it taste good? Yeah, it really should, because I live between two water treatment plants. I should be getting kick butt water, okay? I really should. Living between two water treatment plants, one at this end of the road, one at that end of the road, and the water sucks. It just always has a very bad metal taste to it. Oh, it's horrible. I've started buying my own bottled water. I got me a couple, a big case of bottled water, because I like the Crystal Light water flavoring. Okay, so I can put a thing of Crystal Light in a water bottle and go about my day. I like that kind of stuff. And usually I use my stainless steel tumbler, but the water has been tasting awful. I mean, awful. So I've resorted to buying my own water, and I complained to the water department. I was like, y'all, you're slacking over there. I don't know what you're doing, but you're slacking. Because the water is horrible, and I'm between two water treatment plants. Oh, yeah, we had to shock the system. I'm like, what the hell did you shock it with? I was like, yeah, please, at least put out notices that, hey, the water is going to taste horrible. You might want to boil your water because it tastes sucky. And I'm sorry for cussing, but it just really is horrible. So, Anyway, enough with that. I was grumbling to the water people about it, and I was like, I'm paying my water bill, but dang, I want good tasting water, But we'll see. It's a city thing. Politics. And speaking of politics, now I'm not going to get into it, but I have a friend in Arkansas. I don't think she watches YouTube, but she's always into heavy politics. And she's always wanting to tell you how to vote and what to vote for, and basically shove her political nonsense down your throat, right? And so I talked to her, and I'm like, yeah, I try to avoid her this time of year because it's always about politics. And we are it's a big election year. We get to vote for president again. And I too, I get out and vote. Now, am I going to tell you who I'm going to vote for? No. It's really no one's business. Am I going to tell my friend in Arkansas how I'm voting for? Heck no. It'd probably start a fight. And I just, politics and religion are kind of touchy subjects. You tend to leave them alone. But I will remind people to, hey, go out and vote. November, the first Tuesday, I think, in November, I have to go vote. I'm sure later that night my friend will call me and tell me, hey, did you vote today? And she doesn't seem to realize that I'm in another state as her. So when I tell her I get to vote for Governor so-and-so, she's like, who's that? I'm like, the governor that was running for Missouri? Oh, well, I'm in Arkansas. I'm like, yeah, I know. We have two different governors. Silly girl. Silly girl. But I will let her know that, yes, I voted. No, I'm not going to get into who I voted for and why. You guys do your research. There's information out there on both parties, all the political parties, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Conservative, Independent, yada yada. You know, I don't care if you're a Martian from Mars. Go vote. Not that your voice makes a difference, but go vote. I mean, they're just in it for the electrical, you know, the states. They carry the states. If they get the state, then they get the points for that state or something. And if you get enough points, it's like any game. You win the race. Yay. But, you know, I don't know. I just don't think that the little person's voice matters anymore. But vote for whoever you want to, whatever you're into. That's all I'm going to say on that. Remember to vote. Big election. Yay. Let's see. What else do I have to tell you? Anything else from my notes? Hang on. Nope. I got all that covered. Okay, so the future plans. What do I have? I'm trying to get back into a routine. Oh, obviously. I'm building up my breakfast. And, yeah, I need to get back into making the videos and getting back into a normal routine. So I'm sorry I've been kind of absent the last couple weeks. It's been rough. I've had some issues pop up and things happen in my life. No, I'm not going to go into them. You know, personal space here. I've told you a little bit about here and there and everywhere and whatnot. And, you know, you don't need every little detail of my life. I don't think. I'm not that super interesting. You know. Gone to the grocery store a couple times. Told that. I forgot a couple things. Waiting on Instacart. I did go get my flu shot. Yay, they finally got my flu shots in the area, and my doctor's office did a, what do you call it, a shot clinic, where they kind of, you have to make an appointment, but all it is someone giving the flu shot on certain days and certain time frames. So yeah, I did that. Want to always make sure I get, oh man, I came home and I was not feeling very well. I just kind of laid in bed and cuddled Mojo, because I just, the older I get, and back when I was a kid, flu shots didn't hurt me except for, the initial shot. Now the shot doesn't bother me, but boy, you can, about an hour after you get it, you can tell, because man, I was not feeling too perky, and I knew I wasn't going to feeling very perky, so I made some soup. I just made me some soup, and, just kind of lazed around that day, and kind of just did nothing but watch TV, and didn't really feel like diamond painting. I've been trying to organize my diamond paintings a little bit, and I need to go get another shelf so I can do the other half. I got one half done. Now I need to get the other half done. But that's a work in progress. Work in progress. That's all my life is. Busy. But anyway, I think I've covered all the topics I want to catch you up on. What have you, now here's your opportunity to chit chat. What have you been doing? What have you been up to? Have you been going to crafts fairs? What are you working on? Are you going to do any DP longs? I know I've got Be Frosty coming up. I've got to find my kit for that. I think I threw it under my table. Not under my table, under my desk over there. So I think it's over that way. Y'all, it's challenging. It's challenging. Oh, but anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna keep working on this. And yeah, is that 8:14 by chance? Because I need some more of that. 8:14, yes, 8:14. Yay. Alrighty, I'm gonna let you go. You guys stay happy and crafty. Do what's good for you. Take some time, smell the flowers, go see the pumpkins, go to a festival, go to a craft show, go to whatever you happen to like to relax and do some mental health, some mental care for yourself, even if it's just taking a bubble bath. You know, do what makes you relax, whether it's coloring, crafting, music, jogging, whatever. Take care of you, okay? That's the important part. You need to take care of you. Take some time for you, okay? That's all I'm going to talk to you about today. Thanks for visiting. I appreciate you coming. Like, share, subscribe down below, okay? Get me up to 200. Thanks. Bye.